You want reality TV? Follow us as we show you the side of police chase videos you normally don't see. Wild arrest, kamikaze crooks, and some of the most intense moments caught on video. Next on Hot Pursuit. In Kentucky, a report has come in that the woman in this vehicle has been driving erratically, so the local sheriff's department has sent 2 of its troopers to investigate. It appears as if the cops have gotten a hold of their suspect until the woman reveals she has other plans. And when the officers catch up with her again, she pulls the same exact stunt as before and takes off. She leads them down countless winding streets, occasionally pausing as if to toy with the men in blue. The suspect seems to enjoy taking these cops for a ride. While the troopers do an about-face, the fugitive almost slips away. Luckily, they managed to track her down again. The woman pulls over once more. Both officers immediately get out of their squad cars, drawing their weapons. They're going to make sure that this time she's not going anywhere. But then, as the suspect approaches them, they back away. The woman looks like she's holding a gun. But it's entirely possible that she's just pretending by pointing 2 fingers inside a bag. Amazingly, this woman gets into their police cruiser and takes off once again. This almost looked too easy, but let's take a look at that sequence once again. Watch the smaller officer carefully as he trips and falls face first into the snow. While these cops may be down and out, backup arrives to continue the pursuit. The woman is later captured by other police officers and charged with resisting arrest and a number of other crimes. These 2 cops had a hard time catching the suspect, as the woman made them go in circles and used some of the oldest tricks in the book. The officers must have been frustrated. Fortunately, backup arrived in time to apprehend the woman who thought she'd outsmarted them. There's plenty of drivers who misbehave on the road. What you're about to see is what happens when a drunk driver is taken back to the station, courtesy of this Arkansas police station surveillance video.
Yes, I will.
If you take the
yes, I will.
If you take the test, you make your experience.
Good looking mother.
Have a physician qualified.
Good looking mother. It's so beautiful to me. Y'all just don't understand nothing.
The woman is clearly enamored with the officer, or maybe it's just the booze. She experiences several mood swings.
So beautiful.
Listen to me.
Beautiful.
Which part?
From remorse
I know I'm drunk.
to anger,
They make me mad because they say I can't vote.
and then back to romance again,
Guilt or nothing, okay?
No, because you're beautiful, brown.
offering an explanation for her actions.
Right, son, what's up?
I'm Irish.
You are.
Yes, I'm Irish. Hot-blooded. Hot-blooded.
Okay.
Yeah, you better know I'm hot-blooded, boy. Them f***ing motherfuckers down there don't know who I am. They think I ain't nobody. I got news
Just
for
a minute,
them.
just a minute, I'll
I'm
give you that time.
somebody. Laugh, motherfucker, down there.
It's definitely not the uniform, because she's clearly not as interested in the other officers off camera.
That son of a bitch right there thinks I'm better than me.
Well, that's okay.
Look him, hold it, look him.
The woman finally signs the form, and it seems the situation is under control, until the breathalyzer test opens up a whole new can of worms.
Why do people do like
Listen,
they do?
listen, she's gonna tell you how to blow this machine, okay?
I never blow on that machine.
You're not gonna blow on it for me?
I'm not blowing on you, baby.
No, we can't do that.
The suspect is getting frisky again.
Oh, you haven't even taken the test yet.
Well, come here, boy. Come here.
Just a minute.
I'm gonna kiss you. I wanna kiss you.
But once again, her playful mood suddenly changes.
Why on earth did God create the world?
The female officer here doesn't seem interested in answering her.
Why the heater now?
Blow in the machine.
I need to go home.
Well, you got to blow in the machine, and then we can work away.
Why?
Because that's the law. Okay? It's the law. Okay? Blow until she tells you to stop blowing, and we'll get you.
Predictably, it's not easy getting this woman to take the breathalyzer test.
Put it in your mouth and blow until I tell you to stop.
Line 3, please.
She got it.
Finally, the woman appears to get it right, as the officer tells her exactly how to do it.
Stop. Keep blowing. 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 Don't stop. Keep blowing. There you go.
There you go.
This drunk driver is clearly walking the thin blue line between love
So beautiful.
and hate.
Son of a right there thinks I'm better than me. Not who they
She didn't seem interested in taking the breathalyzer test. We guess she thought she could just talk her way out of it.
You got to blow in this machine, okay?
I never blown that machine.
You're not going to blow in it for me?
I'm not blowing on you, baby.
No, we can't do that.
Next on Hot Pursuit, fireworks on this New Jersey highway, and this cop gets hit with a stray bullet. Over on the Jersey Turnpike, a nighttime chase is in progress until the man in the stolen red sports car makes a wrong move at this junction and ends up showering the streets with sparks and car parts directly into the path of the pursuing police officers. The mistake is clearly not a good thing for the criminal, as he's forced to pull over the damaged car to the side of the road. Within seconds, the cop has the driver's side door open, and his partner soon meets up with him to make the arrest. When this stolen hot rod clips another vehicle, the cops get blinded by sparks. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt, and the cops were able to stop the suspect before he caused any more damage. Here in Arizona, this 4x4 seems to have lost control. Let's have another look at that. The Arizona trooper in this squad car has just finished giving the guy in this red car here a speeding ticket and has left his dashboard camera switched on. So when the driver of this SUV here loses control on the turn, the whole spectacular crash is caught on tape. It might look pretty severe, but luckily, no one is seriously hurt. If this Nebraska state trooper ever watched Hot Pursuit,
Could I see your operator's license and registration, please?
he'd realize that a big beaten-up van always equals big, big trouble.
Sir, I'd ask to see your operator's license, and I'd like to see it now, please.
After chasing this suspect through the wide-open fields of Nebraska for half the evening, the officer orders the runaway to stop.
Driver, pull over. Driver, pull over.
But when the cop says pull over, we're pretty sure he didn't mean like this.
Subject is Chester County, 405 desires ambulance. Need an ambulance. Subject just deliberately drove into some trees.
While they wait for emergency personnel, the officer climbs through the twisted metal to see if the suspect is all right.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Unfortunately, he isn't.
Take it easy, man. 405 Custer County. Subject is conscious, heavy bleeding.
But the hospital is close by. In fact, the suspect raced right by it earlier, and it doesn't take long for the ambulance to arrive. It's a good bet this incident was extremely painful. Lucky for this guy, he made it out alive.
Need an ambulance.
The driver of this black car is trying his best to drive carefully with a police car behind him. But as soon as the road ahead is clear, He takes off at high speed. As the officer follows him, the fugitive commits a number of traffic violations, including speeding and reckless driving. As the chase continues, the suspect weaves in and out of traffic, narrowly missing the home seen here on the right. The runaway pulls several dangerous stunts and even manages to avoid the heavy traffic by slipping down the shoulder. But just as he starts to put some real distance between himself and the cops, the guy crashes into another vehicle here. The chase might be finally over, or so the police think.
31.
A second police cruiser arrives on the scene. Good news for the first officer, because he's gonna need all the help he can get. Both troopers approach the suspect's car, weapons in hand, while the suspect exits his vehicle through the window. The cops believe the man is armed, so this officer gives him a quick shock with his taser, a stun gun that delivers an electrical charge via small metal darts. This seems to have little effect, however. The guy just rips out the darts and carries on. As the action continues, the road is closed and more officers arrive to help bring down the suspect. But even as they all try to zap him with their tasers, the suspect stubbornly refuses to go down. As he approaches the camera, we can see that his weapon is in fact just a screwdriver. But the police have had enough of this guy, so just off camera, they shoot him again, and this time, not with a taser. The officer was careful enough not to fatally wound the man, but he no longer poses a threat. Unfortunately, though, one of the bullets ricochets and hits his partner. In slow motion, you can see the cop's bullet kick up dust here as it ricochets off the road and winds up hitting his partner square in the leg. This guy kept the police at bay for some time and managed to close off a whole highway in the process. But while the crook is definitely the one cops are targeting, one of them gets hit by a stray bullet. Coming up, this motorcyclist gets run over, and a simple traffic violation turns into much more. Police chases don't always involve cars. This fugitive, for instance, is being chased by North Carolina police while on his motorcycle. The cops are having a hard time catching him because every time they get close, he's able to speed off through the traffic. But the police don't give up. They're determined to capture this guy. Because in addition to committing a number of traffic violations, this biker also has something highly illegal hidden in his bags. It turns out he's a drug trafficker for one of the most renowned local drug dealers. When he misjudges this sharp bend, the cops don't hesitate to seize the moment as they lay him out flat, proving the point that when it comes to collisions, 4 wheels are better than 2. This guy's added a fresh twist to the term drug trafficking. His bike might win in terms of speed and agility, but when it comes to collisions, it turns out he's met his match. Over to Michigan, where things are getting a little heated. The guy behind the wheel of this car has somehow managed to fall asleep right after starting his car. Nodding off while you're parked is usually a lot less disastrous than falling asleep while you're actually driving. But in this case, Sleepy's fallen asleep with his foot on the accelerator. And consequently, his engine is overheated and set his car on fire. Courageous officers brave the inferno to rescue him. Then, one officer tries to put out the fire, but it's too hot to handle. And he retreats to safety. The cops decide it's probably a good idea to let the pros handle this one. So they put out a call to the local fire department, patiently waiting for a fire engine to show up. Meanwhile, as soon as the man comes to, he's immediately questioned by police.
Other than being intoxicated, are you all right?
I'm a little in shock.
Despite being parked just outside a bar, this is one of the few stupid accidents not caused by alcohol. It turns out that this guy just happens to be taking medication that makes him very sleepy. So next time you see the words "may cause drowsiness," remember these images before you get behind the wheel. Because not only could you nod off without warning, but you could wake up in the middle of an explosive situation.
Driver, step back to me with your license, please.
Here we have what looks like a routine traffic stop.
How you doing?
Until things start to get complicated.
You know why I'm pulling you over today?
Sorry.
Trailer that you were following, little camper trailer, you're required to keep what's called a 2-second following distance. It usually works out to be about 1 calling for every 10 miles an hour speed that you're going.
And when the suspect is joined by his passenger, the situation gets even more confusing.
Who's Maria?
Maria Feldman.
Your cousins? I thought you were brothers.
We had brothers.
Suspicious there might be more involved here, the officer calls in the sniffer dogs and performs his own thorough search of the suspects.
Alpha Lima. Can we hold this?
But this makes the suspects very nervous. So, sensing an imminent bust, the driver decides to try and make a break for it.
Get out! Get out! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
And amazingly, the suspect actually gets away.
He's been shot! He's been shot! I shot him!
This dramatic escape has, however, left the suspect seriously injured. And as the cops close in on the runaway, he gets desperate and ditches some incriminating evidence in a parking lot. But it's another 150 miles before the other officers finally put a stop to the suspect's escape. And eventually, the suspect and his brother are busted for possession of drugs. What started out as a simple tailgating stop
Usually works out to be about 1 calling for every 10 miles an hour speed that you're going.
ended as a drug bust gone wrong.
Hey! Get out! Get out! Get out! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I shot him!
Next on Hot Pursuit, this driver goes for pole position, and this disgruntled garbage man goes on a rampage. No matter how good of a driver someone might be, having a cop car on your tail can make some people do some pretty stupid things. For the most part, the suspect in the car in front seems to be handling the pressure pretty well. He's driving reasonably straight and continues to do so for miles and miles. In fact, it's only when he veers from his linear path that things go wrong, and the chase is brought to a conclusion. This guy should have just stuck to the straight and narrow. Instead, he decides to go off-road and run straight into a telephone pole. Over to Iowa, where this cop is speeding through traffic to help his colleagues stop a suspected stolen vehicle. But this is no small carjacking they're dealing with. The thief has stolen a garbage truck and is determined not to let anything get in his way. The guy driving the truck is actually a disgruntled garbage man who, for some reason, has stolen the truck from his job and gone on a rampage. By this time, he's got at least 6 police cruisers trying to stop him as he drives through the oncoming traffic on the wrong side of the road. It might not be the fastest chase in the world, but the cops are at a total loss. Any other car thief would have been rammed off the road by now. But with a vehicle this size, ramming the suspect probably isn't going to do a whole lot of good. All the police can do is stay on his trail, swerving to avoid the debris falling out of the truck. Running out of ideas, one officer actually tries to chase the garbage truck on foot. Then the cops get a lucky break. The driver apparently is having a hard time getting the truck up the hill and slowly comes to a complete stop. Armed police descend from all sides, and this guy's garbage truck joyride finally comes to an end. You have to give the guy credit, though. It's not easy stealing a garbage truck. Unfortunately, it turns out being a complete waste of everyone's time.